I never rode bikes or anything when I was a kid. Never had, well, I was always busy with work and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, the young fellas jumped on it one day and liked it and wanted to go racing. So here we are.
Oh, one of our friends had a bike and I just rode that once and just said to Dad, I want to get a bike, and he got me a little PV50, and that's pretty much where it all started.
Fell into it with family friends when they were about 3, and then started racing when we were about 4, and haven't looked back.
And it all happened because my dad sort of got me into it. Me, my sister and my brother were riding. Started with the PV50.
I started riding when I was about 5 years old. My dad took me out to a local meeting back in Emerald, and 2 weeks later I had a bike in my shed and never looked back.
It's an opportunity to come up with Kawasaki, and they're a good brand and they've got a very good junior program together. I always keep me to the ground and watch what happens in the industry and try and align yourself with the right people and your child with the right people, so you try and get to be successful in the sport. This is just next level what they do for us, and they've been so helpful. The staff there with parts and all that sort of stuff, their technical support you get, it's fantastic. If I've got a problem I don't know how to fix, it's a one phone call and someone rings you back. It's just a really good group of people to be around. Fair few weekends away from home, and during the week we of an afternoon we'll try and train once or twice a week of an afternoon, and then every weekend we're usually training somewhere or racing somewhere.
My dad's put in a lot of effort throughout the year trying to get me to the best I can be for this event, travelling everywhere to race and ride every weekend. I haven't had a weekend off yet of training. It's amazing the amount of time he puts in. Overtime he's got to do at work so I can get to all the races. It's awesome.
We live on 100 acres 2 hours west of Rockhampton, so running to the events, especially the shell rounds which are in Brisbane, that's a minimum 8-hour drive, so it's a lot of time in the car spent with kids.
It's really helpful, I guess. We're travelling halfway across the country for an Australian title. It's not just like we live an hour away or 30 minutes, it's pretty hard for me.
I'm probably getting more nervous than him, to be honest with you. Eyes shaking behind the start gates and everything. I used to get real nervous for him and just hate seeing him get hurt and all that sort of stuff, but it's a passion they have, and you just got to try and support him to the best of your ability.
It's been pretty good. I wish the track was a bit deeper through the heats, but it doesn't matter, you got to ride to the conditions. I got a decent start and then crashed in the first lap. Couldn't get the bike started, and I was in dead last, and then I got back to ninth. It was sort of frustrating. We've never had that sort of thing happen before, so it was a bit frustrating for me not knowing how to probably deal with it properly. He qualified 9th into the final, so it gives us a really good gate pick, and hopefully he can string it together today and put the green bikes on the box for Kawasaki and himself.
My dad's tuned it really great with the jetting and my start, so I hooked up yesterday on my last heat and got the whole shot.
Start of this week wasn't the best. A few mistakes in qualifying didn't put me in the best position. Going in with a clear headspace, try some different things, look at different lines and hopefully finish in the top 10.
Just seeing a smile on his face and seeing the enjoyment he gets when he wins, or even if he doesn't, if he has a good time, and the friendships you make in the sport. I grew up in the football background and had a lot of really close mates from the sport, and I watch what goes on with these kids and they get the same sort of enjoyment. You see that sort of glimmer in their eye, or the shine in their eye. They've got that friendship there, a couple of them give each other hugs and all that sort of stuff, and it's just the good little friendships that get associated with the sport, I guess, and all junior sports.